amplifier.com, 203-892-4119, also hardrockelectronics.com, TGIF, I'm excited. Okay, so Al572, customer sent some Penta tubes, old tubes. Let's see, 2024, all same date code. So, tested them, they're at like 20, they need to be replaced. Showed a picture of each one in my tube tester. I use a TV7. New ones test around 50. So let's get to this. This customer has 2 of these. It stopped working. I checked the BIOS diode. It's good. I'm going to clean the contacts on the 2 relays. I'll clean the rotary switch contacts. Deoxit gold. Great stuff. I'll put a longer screw in the base of the plate choke. I'll replace the gas discharge tubes and get rid of this mod here, no longer needed, with the gas discharge tubes. I replace the straps, they are frayed. Okay, so this board's like twisted. That's just how they made it. LED packs, slightly different shape from each other. They look original. So probably just slightly two different types when they manufactured it, so I'm leaving those be. Okay, so an issue I saw, this was packed well, so it didn't happen during shipping. I could tell the needle as I turn it, it's further away at the 12 o'clock position, between the needle and the front panel. So I see that the shaft, like where it goes into the Vernier reduction drive, it's at an angle, so that metal was bent at some point. So I'm going to put a spacer. I'm going to try to get a spacer between the standoff they use as a nut. This thing's not focusing, but not this one, the one beyond it. So, and loosen up the set screws first. That's going to be fun. Probably going to take the front panel off. We'll remove the screw. Rather not take the capacitors out if I can get away with it. So, I'll go through the rest of it. I'm going to change the connection over here. So I'm going to put it on 240 and did a great job. This had 20 amp fuses in it. Again, I'll say it again. Always put the right fuse in it. The customer didn't do it. He bought it like that. And that's how you burn the transformer. If you had a short on the V positive, or so cap failed, whatever, tube flashed, smoke the plate transformer. So fast blow 10 amp fuses when it's on 240, fast blow 20 amp fuses. I'm sorry, I said that right. Yeah, so fast blow 10 amp fuses, yeah, 240, and then I only had 1 cup of coffee. So it's earlier. So anyway, forgive me, please. Plus it's Friday. I am burnt out. I need a break. 20 amp fuses when it's on 120. Always fast blow. Always check before you plug something in that requires fuse. I'll do a 10 meter mod. I'm going to retune the input coils. This is weird. See how the inserts are sticking out, but they are solid. So just how they were made. This one's kind of messed up, but the slugs are in there. I'll tweak those. They'll get new SO239s from Max Gain Systems. Great people. It's getting a brand new set of Penta tubes. They are an incredible company. I can't say enough good stuff about them. Again, I believe, the #1. Well, I go through, I believe, the most tubes out of anybody. Not only do I have customers purchase them, or people purchase them, who people will watch my videos, I recommend them, so they buy them, and I go through a lot of 572s here. And again, the reason why I'm saying that, they extend privilege to me where my customers make, they get the tubes at cost. I make nothing. They just provide, they trust me with over $3,000 worth of 572Bs at a time. And the reason why I have them sent here is so I can test them in your amplifier. Because I haven't had it happen lately, but every once in a blue moon I could have a problem with one. And, that happens during shipping. So I'd rather it happen here than at the customers. So I go the extra mile. Actually, I test them, and then I gotta box them back up, bring them FedEx. So it's actually more work for me. I used to do that with 3500Zs, but no problems with them, so they just get drop shipped right to the customer. So I believe the Heathkit SB1000 sold the 922 and AL811H payments are on their way. So actually I got the payment for the TL922, so that's going to go on the bench Monday. Got the band switch for it from Multitech. I have stocked up on, and they're not for sale. I have a really good supply of these band switches. I'll be able to take them apart to use them for other amps also. Brand new from Electro Switch. Again, not for sale because they are a lot of money now. And I have a large supply of SB220 and 200 ones, and they are on the site. Price went up to the manufacturer, so I had to increase the price, unfortunately, in those. So I placed another order. I have two of the large the Ameritron amp switches, the L1200, 1500, and L82, same switch. So I have only two of those. I can get those, but they are a lot of money. So again, only they're reserved for amp repairs. I'm stocking up on all sorts of stuff, so you can rest assured I will be able to fix these hopefully for the rest of my life. I ended up taking both capacitors out. Two issues. Now, I fixed the Vernier issue. I put a washer, took it out, put a washer behind the tab on the Vernier in the front wall. Now the shaft's perfectly straight. Second issue, well, three issues. So the shaft, I don't even know if the set screws, the old Allen, I always put Phillips head ones in there. I can really crank those tight. I don't even know if the Allen screws were, I know one was like fully in, and I'm like, what's going on there? So the other one, I don't even know if it was touching the shaft. I think it being bent at an angle was what was, getting them to connect to each other. So, yeah, this doesn't really look bent. I don't know what was going on. Anyway, so when I think the shaft might have been a little bit too small. I mean, too short. So I had to drill another hole in front of the other hole so I could slide the capacitor forward because the screw was bottoming out at the front of this flange. So that's in. I just have to hook the connection back up over here and put the other one in. This was loose like that, so I took both these set screws out. I'll put Phillips ones in. Okay, back to work. See you guys soon. Stay tuned. Please like, share, and subscribe. I ever so carefully compressed the socket clips, and I replaced the gas discharge tubes. They're the old ones, and I put a longer screw in. See how tiny it is? Short. Eeny weeny. Really short. Okay. I'll get back to work. See you soon. Al572 has been completed. Customer wanted a video of it working on 10 meters, so that's what the customer gets. There are the settings. 1 kW slug, bird 43, PP kit is on. Radio is set to roughly 50 watts. Hello, 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 hello. 28050. Audio hello, 1 kW, 1 kW, 1 kW, 1 kW. Relative output, always go by an external meter. Hello, 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 hello. Audio hello, hello, hello. So, it is normal for the ones with the grids grounded to see little to no movement on the grid current meter, unless you really push it hard. I always tell people to run these at like a kilowatt. They're rated for a hair more. That's when you'll see a smidget of grid current. Just not worth it. No one's going to see the difference. I mean, it's up to you. If you own the amp, do what you want. So, it's all set. So if you need an amp repaired, feel free to give me a call. Oh wait, I'm gonna let it cool off. I'll take the cover off, but please like, share, and subscribe. In the meantime, it's been a long day. Hardbot kits and amplifier work. So, okay, I'll be right back. See you soon. So here she is. Brand new set of Penta tubes. Awesome company. Replaced the straps on the parasitic board. Tweaked up some of the input circuits. Used the plastic tool. I just had it. Anyway, removed the mod that was over here. Placed the gas discharge tubes underneath the sockets. Compressed the socket clips. Touched up on solder joints. Reattached the plate blocking caps. They were They were like pushed over to the side and the lead length was too long, so fix that. Tweaked the board a bit, so now it's resting partially on the bracket. Had to be really careful so it wouldn't damage the band switch. Fixed the solder joint over here. Tighten up on hardware. Fixed the Vernier drive assembly that I showed you before. I also carefully tightened up loosened the nut up on the back here and snugged up on the screw just a hair. Made sure the plate stayed centered, because when the cap was out, there was like no, it was just spinning, like there was no tension when you go to turn the shaft, and that's not good. You want a little bit for the ground connections. So what else? Changed the SO239s with high quality ones from Max Gain Systems. Great people over there. Fixed the jumper for 240. It's the proper size fuses now. Cleaned the TR relay / bias relay, deoxit gold. Soft start relay, deoxit gold. Band switch with deoxit gold. Input rotary switch, deoxit gold. And super glued the winding on the top of the plate choke. Started to come undone. Put a longer screw in the top of the plate choke through the parasitic board. You always make sure that split washer goes between the board and the top of the choke. Put a longer screw in the base of the plate choke, because the little stubby one a lot of times falls out. Not good. Okay, so I think that's about it. Need an amp repaired? Feel free to give me a call. Phone number is 203-892-4119. Websites are amprepairguy.com and also harbauchelectronics.com. I am tired. I am done for the day. It is time to relax. So Monday, I'll have the 922 to do. Then I have a L4B, some more Ameritrons. Keep them coming. I love it. Okay, so thanks again. Really appreciate it. I hope everyone has a great weekend, like I said. Take care.